There's a lot of turning points in his career, these moments where if one thing had gone like slightly differently, you probably wouldn't know Eric Church the way he is today. Started out traditional path where he comes to Nashville and he wants to be a songwriter. And there's this moment a couple years in, he's really struggling. He's been fired from this job. He's like working to pay the bills. And he has one last meeting with a publisher after being turned down by a lot of them. He basically tells himself, if this one doesn't work out, I'm leaving, I'm going back home. It doesn't work out. It goes pretty badly. And he's ready to kind of execute that plan and leave town. And instead, he gets in his car and he hears this Kris Kristofferson song called To Beat the Devil, which is basically about a songwriter meeting the devil in a bar. The devil tries to convince him that no one wants to hear his songs. He's wasting his life, basically. And the songwriter kind of goes like, I don't believe you. I'm going to keep doing this. This gives Eric kind of the juice to like stay in town just one more night. And the next morning he gets a call from the publishing company that eventually ended up signing him.
I still remember Miss Bessie singing, black wrinkled fingers on ivory keys.
The title of the exhibit is Eric Church, Country Heart, Restless Soul, which is obviously a play on his most recent album, Heart and Soul.
So when we initially begin these exhibits, we'll have a meeting with the artist, their management team, and we kind of give them the broad strokes of things we're looking for, the scope of the exhibit. The Blockbuster exhibit space is pretty unique. It's one of the longest linear exhibit spaces in the Hall of Fame. We like to focus on where an artist came from, some of the artifacts from Eric's childhood, instruments, his first guitar, really some great photographs showing him playing early on in his hometown.
I really like his yearbooks. We've got them open to a couple different pages, so you're not going to see all of it. He was voted most talented his senior year of high school, so there we've got the photo of that.
Growing up in North Carolina and then his family environment and just exposure to music, I think really helped shape the kind of person he is and subsequently the kind of performer and musician he is.
Eric Church is known as Chief, that's his nickname, where he puts the ball cap and the sunglasses, like the very iconic image that you know of him from his early career on, and that's sort of where that nickname stemmed from. But the cool thing about it is his grandpa was also nicknamed Chief. His mom's dad was the chief of police in Granite Falls, North Carolina, where Eric grew up. And so in the exhibit, we've got the hat and the sunglasses, but we also have this great photo of Eric, probably like, early elementary school age. He's like hanging out the window of his grandpa's cop car. It looks like it's in a parade or something. I'm excited that we kind of got to show that tie and that progression and kind of how that came to be.
There's this whole molding phase of his career, and you see a lot of these forces that shaped and molded kind of his early performance and early career. And I think that really stuck with him and carried him through, even to the present day.
There's a lot that we had previously collected sort of right off the bat that represents like the live experience, the fan experience, which is a huge part of like what makes Eric Church Eric Church.
A lot of Eric's songs tell stories, seeing things like the boots that he wrote, the song These Boots. I think seeing things like the outfit he wore in the Springsteen music video. And then we started thinking about where other artifacts may be hiding.
You always have that dream list of things that you really want to be in there. And we got a lot of that, but then we also got stuff that maybe I wasn't necessarily expecting.
Eric's got some really tried and true co-writers that he collaborates with a lot. And I thought, hey, what a great idea to reach out to some of these songwriters, look for artifacts that pertain to their songwriting relationship, their creative relationship. So guitars used in co-writing sessions, original song manuscripts, things like that, that really kind of tell more to the creative process.
Eric's band was very game to loan us clothing, to loan us instruments, to loan us all this stuff. It's been the same people pretty much his entire career.
So I think that was one really remarkable thing, was just seeing kind of the loyalty and excitement of his entire team from bottom up and top down.
He is the name, he is the front man, he is the person you think of, but there are these people all behind him who have been there for a long time and through all of it with him. The exhibit ends where we kind of focus on how Eric has kind of influenced this next generation of artists. We've got lyric manuscript from Luke Combs, this song called Does to Me that he released that Eric sings on. Luke Combs also attended Appalachian State University, where Eric graduated from in 2000. And Luke's in college when Eric's earlier albums are coming out, and he hears Eric's second album, Carolina, from 2009, from a roommate. And that like really just kind of ignites something in him. Luke kind of knows, okay, this is like, I want to do that. If like this guy from, this area, from this college that I went to is doing that, I can too. And so we've got the lyrics to the part of the song that Eric sings. I think that's one of those things that goes to really show just sort of how Eric is an artist who has really influenced the people who are coming after him.